And welcome to another episode of Otaku Dawn. It is me, Just Charles, here with Jujutsu Kaisen 249. So we have two major subdivisions of this chapter. The first major subdivision is Yuta with Kenjaku with him. At the very beginning of the chapter, it shows us what happened and how Kenjaku was able to pass on the ability to merge Tengen with all the humans to Megumi. Keep in mind, it is passed to Megumi. Sukuna just happens to be controlling Megumi, but he still had to pass it on to Megumi, so that's what the rule says. I feel like that is going to play some type of role here at some point in time. So when Kenjaku was slain, it seems as though that all of the cursed spirits that were inside of his body were released, and Yuta had to handle that. Kenjaku used that brief amount of time to then release the ability to Megumi to be able to have Tengen merge with all of the humans. And that's pretty much it for that part of the story. Then we shift to the rooftop with Sukuna, Yuta, and Rika just kind of doing this type of three-way face-off type thing. You have Yuta doing an extreme inner monologue, pretty much lamenting about how things went off. Things could have went better if he was here to begin with, but him, for the most part, coming to the realization is just like, no, what I want to go do needs to be handled. Now, am I happy with the way everything went down? No, not necessarily, but life. So, we just gotta handle what we gotta handle here and now. So, Yuta does what Yuta does best, and pretty much gives his all from the moment that he's dead. He is going down with Sukuna. There's not too much really to be said until we get to the point where Yuta is then able to initiate his own domain expansion, which is one very, very surprising. Now, I don't believe we've actually seen Sukuna use his domain expansion. I'm not completely totally sure if he is capable of using his domain expansion. I believe he is, but as far as I know, he is. So we're going to treat it as though he is able to. But the fact that Yuta pretty much threw out a gauntlet from the moment he got there really, really wild. It also pretty much insinuates that he was not worried about a domain expansion tug of war at all. So, yeah. Now, the next phase is characters. The next phase is characters. Yuta. He is the primary person that we're speaking about when it comes to this particular chapter. It's all about him. It's all from his perspective. So we just gotta figure out how we just get a really good picture of what's going on inside of his head. His regrets when it comes to actually how this all went down. He wishes he was here with everybody else. He feels like he could save some lives. And he's pretty much just kicking himself that things went down the way that they did. Because this has pretty much gone the worst way possible. And he feels as though if he was here from the beginning, this possibly could have went much, much better. I'm not quite sure whether or not it would have worked well or poorly, but the plan was the plan, and unfortunately, things just didn't go as we wanted them to, as for us, the people who care about the characters. For them, the characters themselves, they have all just kind of, it's all just went horribly wrong. Pretty much since Gojo lost. Honestly, I would say they're just continuously just catching these L's. But in terms of the overall story and things moving forward, we're pretty much I see a lot of the parallels that I see inside of Bleach. We're seeing a lot of the stuff that we've always wanted to see as people, and we're seeing the sum or the gains of the training that Yuta did and Megumi and not Megumi, I'm sorry, Yuji's gains. His name is Yuji Itadori. So we're seeing a lot of this stuff come to fruition, and it's just not adding up to be enough. It sucks, but as I said, I'm going to continue my thought process of I think that our main character, Itadori is our main character, by the way, is going to have to hit that next level in order to make sure our abilities, our villain actually goes down and he is finished off for good. And as of this point, our primary antagonist seems to be Sukuna, so Yuji's just gonna have to hit. He's either gonna have to awaken his cursed ability, and hopefully it's gonna be something fairly simple, or maybe we're gonna have a long, drawn out discovery process about what's going on. But anywho, I believe that's pretty much it. JJK 249. We love you. Like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things. We love you. Bye-bye.